Hello and welcome back to Storming Hockey. Today we're going to do a bit of a different video today. We are going to be tier ranking the NHL's quote-unquote worst jerseys. Let me see what the title is. Best worst jerseys of all time. Now honestly, obviously your opinions will be different than mine. Obviously some of these jerseys that are considered best of the worst are incredible, and some of them are, well, the worst. So, without any further ado, let's just get into this. Starting out with the St. Louis Blues prototype third jersey, the trumpet jersey from 1995-1996. I get the idea, but this might even be controversial just to put it at C. I'm going to put it in the C tier. Actually, you know what? That yellow slob doesn't look great. I'll move it down to a D. Vancouver, I'm going to put... Actually, I'm not wearing this jersey. Well, I'm actually wearing a jersey that we'll see in a little bit in this one. But we're talking about their yellow Flying V jersey used from 1978 to 1984. I'm going to put this in the worst of the worst. It looks pretty ugly in my opinion. Doesn't have even a logo on the front of it. It's just a V going down. Right, Nashville with the mustard cat. Yeah, it's nothing special. It's just... Yeah, I can get why it's ugly. There are a lot of issues with it, so it'll be in a low C tier. Atlanta. This is the Reebok era, so it's not like the CCM version that looked a lot better, actually, with the Thrasher pattern on the bottom. Honestly, I could have worn the Atlanta jersey for this video, too, but... I think this Atlanta one it's okay. Especially, thank God they didn't put the gimmicky Reebok striping like they done on their road jersey at the time from 2007 until they relocated to Winnipeg in 2011. So, I think C tier is fine. Okay, this is going to be the worst jersey by far on this list. I have no... Dallas, this is their dark jersey from 2007 to 2013. It's just awful. It might be my least favorite jersey of all time. Nothing else. Minnesota, this one's going to go in the D tier. It's a red jersey. This was somehow a dark jersey for 10 seasons. During every season of when the Reebok Edge jersey was it should have never been a home jersey. It replaced that green, the original green sweater, which was so better. They could have just kept that as an alternate. It looks horrible as a home jersey. There's no striping or really anything. It's just the logo. Okay, the California Golden Seals. I think this can be... I'm also going to move the Atlanta up to a B tier. I think California, it's just a word mark. It's something special. I really like the color scheme, though, so I'll move it to a B. Actually, you know what? We'll push it to an A. All right, Montreal, the barber pole jersey. I'll put it in B because it's iconic, but also iconically ugly as well. I like the design of it. It's a good heritage jersey. I wouldn't mind seeing it once every season or something for Heritage Night. I remember when Montreal had 5 heritage jerseys for their 100th season. Yeah. I was one of them. All right, Colorado. This is their third jersey from 2009-2015. It was a predecessor. It was a kind of a sequel to a maroon alternate jersey that was like this, but in Reebok. It's nothing special. I'll put it in a low C tier, kind of where Nashville would be. Pittsburgh. This is their original blue dark sweater. I mean, hey, it's nothing special. I'll put it in the same tier here. Okay, this one's definitely going in the worst of the worst. The black New York Islanders third jersey. I like the colors of it, but it's such a missed, horribly missed opportunity because you have a frickin' word mark with the number under it. Just put their primary logo on the front at that point. Like, such a missed opportunity, right? I would not say this is a ugly jersey at all. This is the quote-unquote best of the worst. I can put that jersey up there, to be honest. Here's another jersey go. That's the Red Wings. Basically, their home jersey they've had they've had a design pretty much like that for their dark jersey since they renamed the Red Wings in 1932. So, obviously, I'm gonna put the Islanders Fisherman up in the best of the worst. I love that Fisherman jersey. The logo, yes, I know the resemblance, but I'd love to see it come back as an alternate. Yeah. I know it wasn't really well received. I did like also the version where they just had their primary logo on it. I thought that was really cool. They could have ran with that. Okay, Anaheim. This is their third jersey from 2003 to 2006. I mean, it's nothing special, so I'll just put it in this. LA, this one's going in the worst of the worst. It's a Burger King jersey. I don't like it. It's just nothing special at all. Washington, this one's going in the D tier. It's their 2018 Stadium Series jersey. They beat Toronto 5-2 at the Naval Academy. Yeah, it's just lackluster. I don't like the word mark. I know it was inspired. It also was used for inspiration for a third jersey with the W logo with the stars in it from 2020 to 2024. Okay, Buffalo, this one, the slug. I like the Navy version of it, so even though the Navy version here, I'll put it up in the C tier. I like the look. Florida, this one's also a C tier. That's the jet blue jersey. I mean, it's nothing special. I know a lot of people do say they would like to see maybe a red version of that. It would have been an interesting version. I really like what they did, kind of as a homage to that in the second reverse retro, where they put the palm tree logo, which is going to be the logo in the Hometown Remix. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. Watch it from me. Where they put that. I thought that was one of the best jerseys out of the reverse retro 2.0 collection. Maybe I'll do a video on that at some point. But yeah, the Florida Panthers jet blue jersey. Toronto, this is their St. Pat's throwback. I mean, I don't think it's anything special. I'll put it in the C tier. Philly, this is a very forgotten alternate jersey. This is another C tier, in my opinion. It kind of... You remember the 2014... For those who are jersey enthusiasts like me, the 2014 Stadium Series jerseys, every single one of them, besides New Jersey, had a chrome crest. There was a rendering with the New Jersey chrome crest, but New Jersey decided not to use it. Philly kind of did something like this over a decade before that with their third jersey, where they kind of chromified their logo. It's nothing special. It's very forgettable, but yeah. Okay, Dallas, this is the Mooterus. I'll put this in the A tier, actually. I like the colors. I think the red being in there is actually kind of cool. The logo's cool. I know it's the Mooterus, but I think it's alright. Speaking of the 2014 Stadium Series, though, we got the New York Rangers 2014 Stadium Series uniform. And you know what? I actually don't think it's that bad. In comparison to jerseys from, like, Pittsburgh during that 2014 Stadium Series, I think that Rangers one didn't look that bad. I like the chrome effect on the silver. I think it makes a jersey actually look kind of cool. That jersey was used for 2 games from 2014 Stadium Series. Here's a jersey that will not get as much praise, though. The Buffalo Sabres Turd Burger. I think I'm going to put this in the worst of the worst. It's just awful. It's got yellow, piss yellow on the front. Navy on the back. It's just awful. Okay, Calgary. I'll put this in the C tier. I think it's inspired from the Calgary Tigers. This was their jersey for the 2010 Heritage Classic that they hosted, which they shut out Montreal in 4-0, I believe. It was 2011, actually. It's kind of ugly, in my opinion, but yeah. All right, back to the Stadium Series, though. This is San Jose. I know Post to Post likes this jersey a lot. And you know what? I don't think the LA version of this works, but I think it works for San Jose. So you know what? It deserves an A tier, actually. Okay, this one's going in the best of the worst. The Arizona Coyotes. The Space Coyote, it was the basis of the both reverse retro designs for the Coyotes. I think it deserves the best of the worst. First here. Anaheim, this is their orange. Their jerseys that they have now with the kind of the updated version of it are better. I think I'll put this in the A tier. Anyways, here's the Wild Wing. I like the colors on it. I'll put it in a C tier for that reason. This jersey... Yes, I know it's the Wild Wing. I do think the crest is a bit weird with their mascot wearing their white jersey just bursting out of the ice, though it is kind of a novel idea, but I do get why it was scrapped. It was also the basis for the first reverse retro. Okay, Ottawa. This jersey is going in the worst by far. Just looks awful. Just horrible. Maybe the worst jersey Ottawa's ever worn. Funny enough, there have been prototypes for Ottawa, the Sens with the number on the front, similar to the Dallas and the Islanders jersey that's in the worst of the worst here. And even a beige version, actually, that popped up at one point. The beige one looked better than that, but still, just having Sens in the word mark is just awful, in my opinion. Okay, Edmonton. This jersey is going to go in the A tier. It's knocking on the best of the worst. I like the reverse retro one better because it implements orange, but I still think the Cog jersey was incredible, in my opinion. Calgary. The Blasty jersey, I'll put it in the best of the worst. I will admit the one they've been using as an alternate, however, that could change, though, with their final season that saddled them. I think that was the better version, but I do like the old version as well, with more red emphasis than what is on the. It's actually back there. Can't really. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is back there. Speaking of getting back to the Stadium Series. 2020 Stadium Series, the Avalanche. I like the colors and the idea, but let's see. Carolina. I'll put this in the A tier. Back to the Avalanche for a second here, though. It's kind of like the Vancouver Flying V, but not as bad, because it's a bit of the sublimation print. LA also had an interesting jersey during that, for better or worse. But now back to the Carolina. I'm going to put this in the A tier. It's the tropical storm flag. They updated it to make it 2 flags on their home jersey, which they took to the Stanley Cup Final this year and won in. I made a video on it. If you haven't seen that, also go check it out. I like this one. I would love to see it kind of come back, maybe with the storm flag pattern in red, in maybe the double flag with the triangle behind it. I really like the fact the triangle and that flag. I really think that fits. It's also on the shoulders of the jersey they won the 2006 Stanley Cup in. Okay, Vancouver, the jersey I'm wearing here. So this is their gradient third jersey from 2001 to 2006. I'm going to put this in the best source. I love this jersey. It's also notably kind of similar to what Winnipeg did in the 90s. Got their charity on the shoulders. That's kind of cool. I like the gradient effect a lot. I'd love to see this come back as a third, or heck, even a home jersey for that matter. Fight me. This is also used in the blue and green color scheme for the first reverse retro, and it looks just as nice. I do like the old version just a tad bit, though. I really think this is the most underrated primary logo that the NHL has really seen. Yes, I know you might clown on me for that, but I think it looks good in this color scheme. I like it. Okay, Boston. I'll put this in an A tier, and I'll actually demote it to knocking on the A tier here in B. It's the Boston Bruins Pooh Bear jersey. I remember apparently there was a rumor that they did want to make that the logo, the primary logo in the 1990s, and fans revolted, but yeah. Also the basis for the second reverse retro. Okay, Columbus. This one's going the best of the worst. This is a beloved jersey. The Cannon jersey is beloved. Many people like it. It got even better, especially when Adidas came on and added the new number font and everything. It's also the most longest running alternate jersey in NHL history. It's been around since 2010. It's also got Bay Jacksons. And hey, maybe Columbus will rebrand this at some point. Because you know what? They desperately need it. Anaheim, the jersey they won the 2007 Stanley Cup in. This jersey is going the worst of the worst. I hate the word mark. I like the striping, though. It's just the word mark, similar to what I said about the Islanders jersey. That's in the worst of the worst. It's just a missed opportunity, in my opinion. Tampa Bay. I'll put this at just outside the best of the worst. I love the thunderstorm thing. It's interesting. I know Phil Esposito said it's the worst jersey he's ever seen, but I mean, hey, it made a return in the reverse retro series. I think it was a novel idea. I mean, it is all over the place, but then again, designs were all over the place in the 1990s, and I could really appreciate that. Anyways, here's the Chicago Blackhawks. I like the idea of this, so you know what? I'll actually put it in the B tier. It's their 75th anniversary throwback. It was a throwback to the 1930s. I think they won their first Stanley Cup in 1938 in it. I think it's different. I'd like to see maybe a throwback to it at some point. It's not as good as the 2009 Winter Classic or the black alternate, but or the red home jersey even. But yeah, it's still Vancouver. I'm a little conflicted. It's for a high C, but you know what? I'll actually sneak into the B tier. The gradient, I know some people may think the striping is weird in it, but I think the gradient kind of fits. It's got the skate. Only time Vancouver's ever worn red. Yeah, I got phased out once the Navy and Maroon Orca came in, which I can understand and I'm actually fine with, but it's an alright jersey. Okay, New Jersey. Their original dark sweater. I wouldn't say it's even really that ugly, so you know what? I'll put it in the A tier, because it's not really that ugly, actually. I do think what they use now is better, but it's not really that ugly, to be honest. And there's a reason they've thrown back to it so much. And finishing off is Winnipeg. it's just a C tier in my opinion. It's probably the worst jersey of the current era of the Winnipeg Jets. It's just boring. I wish there was a bit more color in it. I like the aviator blue as the base, but it's just okay in my opinion. But anyways, there's my list of ranking the best of the worst jerseys according to this guy. Obviously, I don't find some of these jerseys bad or anything. I like a lot of these jerseys, actually. Some of them I really don't, though. So that's why they call it the best of the worst. I get it, because fans, you may not agree with this, and sometimes fans may find jerseys uglier than others. Hey, we all have our own opinions, and you know what? It's great to share them. Anyways, I will see you in the next one.